Uh, like how many of your done with the WSL installation? And you are saying like some are facing issues like require to update something like that. For that, you use this command. You can use WSL hyphen hyphen update. Previously, you have used WSL hyphen hyphen install, right? Now you can use the command WSL hyphen hyphen update. And it will take some time. We will install some updated packages and you are good to go then. How many of your interested in virtual machine installation on finding do you just like as low number of people are asking, like we'll just go through the slides and explain you the process. We do the process. Meanwhile, we'll be taking a session how to run commands in the next, like how to open a directory, how to read a file, and all that stuff. Guys, did I let the mic anywhere there? Just check that. You will see that also WS.
So to access Ubuntu from the terminal, you can just type this command. Okay.
कुछ कनेक्ट कर दो ना मैं शुरू करूँ guys we're starting with the virtual machine part हाँ कनेक्ट भाई कुछ दिक्कत है यार हाँ this one yeah, obvious.
This was the first step, right?
To sit here so that these guys can also hear. I just should I explain what is it I wrote and I've already explained it.
Yeah, okay. I'll go according to the slides.
Okay, first go through this and ఇది రికార్డింగ్ అది ఇందాక రికార్డింగ్ అయ్యింది మధ్యలో ఎలా అయిందో నాకు కూడా తెలియదు మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను
So okay, we are starting with virtual machine. So in the search in Chrome type VirtualBox. So basically Oracle has developed this VirtualBox. You can access it freely. So here you'll get option for Windows host and so Windows host is for installing different operating system in Windows, and there's something OS which is for Mac, and there is Linux distribution where you install different operating system on Linux system as a host. Okay, so click on Windows host and just follow the processes. Just keep the default settings, and you have to click next. These are some intermediate processes which will you have to click yes. Yeah, no need to change anything. It will start installing. Now you'll get something like this. So for this, you have to dedicate some space for the operating system you are going to install. For example, if you are going to install Linux on your Windows host, you need to dedicate hard disk space, RAM, and CPU. Whereas in WSL, that's not required. They basically share the resources. Windows and Linux share resources in WSL, and they are well integrated. So like you can also access Windows file in WSL, whereas this VirtualBox is completely independent from your Windows, right?
So this is all for the virtual box, but you need the Ubuntu in it. Like in virtual box, you can use any OS. Suppose I'm using Windows 11, I can use Windows 10 in it, Kali Linux, any Linux based software. I can use anything in it. But all we need is Ubuntu. For installing Ubuntu, there's another process. Let's look into it. We'll skim through it and we'll be sharing the slides so you guys can do it on your own. If there's any doubt, approach us. We'll be here. So first go to your Chrome and search for Ubuntu and install the 24.04 version. This is the latest version. Go to downloads and install the latest version. We'll be sharing the slides if you want. So install the latest version and this will download an ISO file. So this ISO file is what you need to install the virtual machine of Linux. In VirtualBox, you need to put this ISO file so that it gets downloaded. So after downloading the ISO file, go back to your virtual machine and click on the new command that you are seeing here. The new command so to create a new virtual machine in the VirtualBox. And this is the interface that you're gonna get. After getting it, give a name, preferably Ubuntu because it will auto detect the type, which is Linux type, and the version. If this is a 64-bit system, you'll be auto selected to 64-bit. If yours is a 32-bit system, you'll get auto selected to 32-bit. If there's an issue, just change it. And after this, just click on next and don't check the skip unintended installation and all. It will take you a lot of process. Everything is going to do by itself if this is not checkboxed. And you need to enter a username of your own and the password. The password needs to be entered every time you log in, so make sure you remember the password. And from there on, the next step is you need to allocate. This is the different OS completely in your system. Whatever files are there in the Windows, you can't access it in the Linux again through the VirtualBox. You need to partition the drive and you need to allocate special RAM whenever you use it. So you need to allocate a specific amount of RAM according to your system. If you have a 16 GB RAM, you can allocate 4 GB or something. If you have an 8 GB RAM system, allocate 2 GB or something. Nothing much than that is needed. And you need to allocate certain number of processors also. Preferably one or two true processors or something will be fine because you're not going to use it much. If you want to shift to it completely, then make sure you give more processors to it. And out of the total, suppose assume you have a 512 GB system and you need to give some amount of memory, hard disk space just for the this OS, the Linux OS. So you need to allocate certain amount of hard disk space just for this virtual machine. So at least make sure you give a minimum requirement of 25 GB because you need to install other features and all which will amount up to at least 11 GB or something.
From Task Manager, you can check how many percentage of memory or like RAM and CPU it's taking, and according to that, you can allocate. I recommend like allocate 25 around 25 GB for smooth running of this operating system.
So it's the minimum requirement is 25 GB. Go more if you want. It's fine if you have a 1 TB system or something. And it will give you a summary and just click finish. So that will with that the virtual machine will be installed. I think there 99% there will be no errors. We've checked it. I think this will run smoothly. And you need to fill few basic stuff like what do you want on the keyboard, the type, and where are you from for the date and time and all, which are basic. And one more thing is, in the process, you get this specific dialog box. Make sure to listen to this. You select the web browser utilities. Make sure you check the normal installation part because it will install you all the Linux based features that are available for free. Like instead of using the Google Meet, you can use another Linux based thing. Instead of using the Google Docs, you have something for Linux here. For the next sim, you need to submit your assignments and all. It will help you there to easy access. And make sure to check both these boxes. You'll see this dialog box. Make sure you remember this, and that is all. Your Ubuntu is ready. And the screen will be smaller as compared to the actual size of the windows. So if you want full screen windows, like usually the screen will be of this size only. If this is the whole windows, if that is the whole screen, this will be the size of the virtual machine which you are using. If you want it for the whole screen, there are few commands which you need to enter in the command line interface. Uh, just a second. These are the commands: sudo apt update, sudo apt upgrade, and this. These are the three commands which you need to enter. We'll be sharing the slides, no worries. And after entering the three commands, and you need to restart your system. Just I've written everything over there. You can go through them, and you'll get a full screen. I'll show you how a full screen looks also, if you want. This is the virtual box, and I'm opening it. This is the virtual machine Ubuntu, which is on my system right now. And if I click show, every time you need to enter your password. This is how it will look. This is a completely different OS in your Windows 11. You can access everything from here. See, these are the utilities, everything. You have everything here. I've mentioned everything detailedly in the slides, so go through it. You can install virtual machine from this. Yeah, that is all. Thank you. Any doubts or anything regarding the virtual machine part? Thank you.
Guys, when you are giving your username and password, you will not able to see your password on your screen, but the input will be taken by the system. Make sure that you remember that password, whatever you type. Like whatever you type, it will take the input, but it will not show that on the screen.
Yeah, who are asking for the if we even if you don't want to install virtual machine, it's fine. You can still use all the features. It's not an issue. If you want a graphical user interface, if you want an OS something to look, then that is for virtual machine. If not, it is not required. No issues with it.
So if everyone are done with WSL and VMware, we'll go for commands, like different type of commands. And we go for that. Everyone, here is the Josh, guys. Can we go for the commands? Yes. Just a 5 minutes, we'll be going through the commands. So you'll be teaching the commands only. You go there for any. But both of these are already there for ML. Krishna and Precious. You take ML. Yeah. Like before commands. No, no, after. After commands, right? बकबक करना
Guys, we'll be teaching the commands next. Some basic commands in Linux which you need for both your better usage of OS and also for your exam academical purposes. So if you want to listen to that, please stay for a few minutes. We'll be starting with it too. My Yes. So now we'll be looking into some basic commands in Linux which will be required for both academical purposes and to use your Linux based software easily. These are some basic commands, and I think there'll be nothing more than this for your academics or anything regarding your OCW or whatever you have the course. These will be mostly used there also, so make sure to listen to it. So the first command is open your terminal if you want. Now it's the command prompt if everyone has installed, so that you can simultaneously try all those commands with us. Is everyone open? PowerShell or whatever if you just open the command prompts. You can simultaneously use those commands while I'm telling, so that you'll also get an idea how it works and all. So the first command is ls. Uh, Whatever, suppose you are in some particular directory, like directory are the files of, imagine directory as the folders in Linux. What are folders in Windows are directories in Linux. So if you are in a certain directory and you want to view all the files in the directory, just type the command ls and enter in the command prompts, and you will be able to view all the available files in the directory. And LSA is a special command. These are called arguments, like the dash a, dash r, hyphen r. There will be many commands like this. These are arguments that you need to pass in the command if you want to view something specifically. Suppose ls hyphen a, there is a space. There should be no error while typing, make sure. So it will list all the files and directories, for all the files in the directory, including the hidden ones. There are some hidden files. There's an option to, sorry. There's an option to hide the files also in Linux. So if you want to view the hidden files too, then you can use the ls a command so that you can view the hidden files too. If you want to try it, just try it now. It will work. And the next command is cat, cat. It is used to, suppose you want to view the content in a specific file. Just type cat the file name. It will show the content in the file. Uh, Suppose you're in some specific directory, and if the file exists in the directory, then click cat and the file name.
Dot extension like dot py dot c.
Yeah, and you will be able to view the content in the file. I mean, hopefully there are something or the other files in your.
Like, are we going fast? You are thinking like, are we going fast?
Is the speed okay, or do I need to slow down a bit? Slow down a bit. Okay. Uh, do I need to repeat the previous commands, or is everyone okay with it? Okay. Whenever you open the command prompts or the command line interface in Linux, and you are in a specific folder or directory. Folder directories are nothing but folders in Windows. Suppose you got used using Windows. What are directories? Directories are nothing but folders. It is called directories in Linux-based operating systems. So, and in that you want to view what are the files available in it. What are all the files available in it? Then use the command ls. If you go to the command prompt and click ls, and you will be able to view live. Is it visible or do I need to zoom in or something? Zoom it in. Sir. అది ప్రొజెక్టర్తో చేయాలని ఓఎస్తో జూమ్ హలో పెద్ద చేసి Is it fine now? Okay. Right now, okay, the first command is pwd, which is present working directory. It will show you what directory you are in right now. Suppose I am in home, I am in Abhiram 66. This is the directory which I am in right now.
Crop. Minimize and crop. Minimize.
So I am in the this directory of the home menu. So that present working directory is a command which is used to see which directory you are in. Suppose I want to see what are all the directories that are folders that are available in it. I click ls and I get all the available files in this specific directory. I have commands, I have some files which I have created, I have pictures, I have downloads, documents. These are all the available folders in Abhiram 66 named directory. So pwd is present working directory which is used to see in which directory you are in. ls is listing, it will list all the available files in your directory. If for the WSO guys, you might be able to view the files and folders because you're connected to the Windows, but you have installed virtual machine. There will be no files, I'm assuming, so you may not be able to access some of this. There will be no information to display. So just see from here, you'll understand. It's fine. And coming to the next command. Okay. Suppose LSA. If I want to pass an argument, these are all the command. Some of the files which weren't displayed before. Have a look. These are the initial files which were displayed when ls was used, and lsa command was used, which will display even the hidden files. These are some of the hidden files, which are files which we can't, there is no point of us accessing, so these will not be shown to us, which can be used using ls argument a. And the next command is cat.
So all are able to see and understand the things, right? Like, cool. Any doubts, anyone? Regarding this one installation?
Any doubts? Is it fine? The speed is fine, right? Okay, the next command is cat. This is used to view the content of the file. Just a second. Suppose just a second, there is some issue. VMలో ఏదో ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చింది, ఒకసారి రీస్టార్ట్. Is it fine? That part we don't require it anyways. Fine. So suppose I want to view this particular file. What is in it? I just click cat, and this is the file I want to access right now. And if I click enter, it will show all the content in the file. It is a binary file, so leave it, whatever it is. It has to be executed. So leave it, but this is the content in the file. So you can view whatever is in the file using the cat command. CAT space the file name, so that you can view whatever content is in that particular file. Right? Is it clear, everyone? Can I get a yes? And CD change directory. This command is used to change from one directory to another. What do you mean by it? I'll explain. Suppose I am in which directory I am in, PWD, to check the present working directory, and I want to move to some other directory. Suppose I want to move to documents directory. If I click CD documents, I have moved to documents directory. See, you can see that I moved to documents directory here. I'm in documents directory right now, and if I want to view what are the files in it, it is ls again. These are the files available in document directory. Right, got it? Is it clear? Okay. And the next command is unzip. I don't have a zip file right now, but this command is, suppose you have haven't, yeah, sorry. Suppose I want to unzip some file. This is what it is going to do. Wait a second. It is used to unzip the particular file that has been zipped. Suppose this is the syntax. If you want to see, unzip file name dot zip. It is going to unzip the file. Hmm? అర్థం కాదు. New handout. See, this is the unzipped file. After you unzip it using the command unzip the file name dot zip. Is it clear? These are some of the useful commands. This will be coming handy after a few months. You'll get to realize it later. So make sure to concentrate a bit. And the tab, like, suppose I'm entering something. Suppose I go back. Suppose I want to change into some other directory, for example, downloads. CD dot, so but double dot అవ్వట్లేదమ్మా. Okay, suppose I want to view the content in data lab handout and I click cat. If I click tab, it will automatically fill the available options. Like all I've entered till is DA and I want to autofill it. Like every time I can't keeping everything, right? If I click tab, it will autofill it. Because there are two options available, data lab handout and data lab new, it will show both the options. If I click N again and click on tab, all I do is click on tab. It will autofill the available options so that you need not enter all the information again and again. That is one more. And moving on, grep, grep. This is a command used to suppose there's a big file which has a lot of information and you want to view a specific line in it. You want a specific word and that specific line of information you want to view. Then you can use the grep command. Uh, Suppose this is a syntax grep and whatever word you want. Suppose the pattern is uh, my name, let it be my name, and I want to search for this in a specific directory, in a specific file, data lab, and click enter. You will get if it is available, you'll get it. If not, you cannot get it. So suppose Abhiram name is written in the file, you will be able the particular part will be highlighted so that you can view it. grep, the name of the pattern that you want to view, and then from the file you want to view. Suppose let's try. Uh, System hang అవుతుంది ఎక్కువ ఇదైతే. There's a slight problem with my system. So this is the command use grep pattern name and file name through which you can view a specific pattern in the file. Suppose you want to view a name or some pattern that you want to view. You just click it, grep, the pattern name from the file which you want to view. You'll get it. And mkdir, the next command. And grepr is another, just an argument, passing another argument. So you could go through it. And mkdir, this is used to create new directories or files in your Linux software. So if you use mkdir, the file name, you'll be able to create a new file. Suppose mkdir Abhiram, I want to create a file named Abhiram. If I click mkdir Abhiram, a file named Abhiram will be created in it. So that is the next command. And you want to, this command will be useful for you for your C lab. This is how you execute the files gcc file.c output file so that the .c file will be compiled and the final output will be visible on your screen. gcc file.c, the file name .c output file so that you can view the output. Where do you want the output to be displayed? This is the command that will be used for your C lab. And that is all. If you want more commands, ఇంకా command help out basics. Okay, suppose there is a command and you don't know how to use it. You want to know more about it. How does it work? Use the man command. It is gives the whole user manual of a specific command. For example, ls man ls. So it will give everything that ls does, how it works, everything, all the information at the user manual basically of ls command. And ls, suppose you want to know what ls does, like how does it, this is to get the user manual, the complete information, and you want to see what arguments can be passed through it, what are the other ways to use ls. You can use ls help command. This will give you all the arguments that you can be passed through it and the different ways to use the command. This gives how the command works, how does it the backend part of it works. The ls help will give you how to use the command, what is happening. Not the what is happening is told by man, how to do it will be told by help. I think it's clear. The what is answered by man, the how is answered by help. That is all. These are the basic commands that you'll be needed for your Linux installation and all, to use anything on Linux. That is from my side. Thank you. If you have any doubts on any commands, anyone? Yeah. So GCC. Suppose GCC, you have a .c file and you want to run it, execute it. GCC. Suppose the file name is hello world. Hello world.c, and to get the output, you need to enter the output file name. Output file basically means the where you want the output to be represented. Suppose you type printf hello world. You want the hello world to be output to be displayed somewhere, right? So gcc hello world.c output, send it to hello world named file. So that is where the output will be hello world will be displayed, right? I hope if you have any doubt, I'll come there. If you done. Thank you. Any more doubts? Anyone? Okay, thank you. And now there'll be a small challenge based on all these commands. You need to solve few challenges, which will start in 5 minutes, and the winners will get something. Let's see what it is. But yeah, or else if the time does not permit, you will be sent the challenges so that you'll get used to all of these commands. It is a combined challenge of 7 phases. You need to find the flags and send it to us using a Google form, and the winners will be announced too. Only using these commands, nothing more. Thank you.
So guys, now how many of you are interested in machine learning about this? Like you have two options now. Like, do you want to do some challenges in Linux, or do you want to jump directly into the machine learning part you wanted to explore? It's your wish. Linux or machine learning? Linux, how many of you? Good. So we'll dive into machine learning then. 5 minutes buffer period. Like if anybody wants to go to washrooms or break, just come back in 5 minutes. Like short break, and we'll be starting. After that, you have to close your laptops. It's done. The laptop work is done. Now, only the theory session I will be taking regarding the ML. And at last, you will be doing a small project based upon your attendance and how many hours you study. We are going to predict your CGPA based upon that. That's the mini project we are going to do now. So, 5 minutes break, you can go and fresh up and come. Uh, Online people also, there is a 5 minutes break, and after that we will be diving into the machine learning.